Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This is going to be a match, a vlog match on the back nine at Recreation Park Golf Course in Long Beach, California, between me and my friend and trainer, TPI trainer David Ritoski. He's over there on the right warming up the lefty. And me. It's a gloomy, cloudy morning, which I'm super sensitive to bright light, so I love playing in gloomy weather. It's not raining. So gloomy they don't even have to wear a hat. Alright, so this is this kind of clapping drill I've been working on. Super concentrated recently on not getting that left shoulder to open up in the transition. And this drive right out of bed was just awesome. Peeled it down the left side and faded only slightly.
Bad.
Nice and straight.
Yeah, walk to the range, no baskets, no spots. Oh, I'll just do some extra stretching.
So it's a stroke play match between David and I. David has he's going to be playing, I think, in the A flight of the Costa Mesa City Championship the weekend after this. So he wanted to do some warm-up competition. All right, so that white stake there is 150 yards. It's hard to tell, but that's pretty well downhill. So David starts it straight at it, but it's hooking and the contact wasn't awesome. I have so there's my clapping drill again. Basically, if you guys go to Instagram bb_golf show, please give me a follow there, and you'll see the drill that I'm talking about there. I went to Big 5 and kind of did a focus mitts thing there. All right, so I hit it just short of the green here, and now this is a spot that I would have normally hit my putter from here before, but I've been working super hard at the Be Better Golf short game scoring system and just getting great impact with my chips, and it's becoming a challenge and a lot of fun to hit my chips like that. All right, so here's David for his par. He was short right of the green, chipped to this point, and he is now putting for his par.
That's fast.
And that comes up pretty well short. So David's in for bogey, and I'm putting for par. Going up the hill. If you saw while David was putting, it was kind of putting along that flag stick to just kind of feel what straight was. There's a good straight back, straight through. All right, cool. So I'm even par, David's one over, and we move on to our second hole, which is the 11th hole. It is like a 368-yard par 4, dogleg right. So you really want to kind of hit a fade around those trees there. Those palm trees that are there on the right. You want to hit a ball that really starts just a couple yards left and then fades even more. And you'll get a good bounce if you do that. So here's my fade swing. You can see holding the face open just a little bit, and that faded nicely. So that was about perfect for me there. All right, here comes in David. David's handicap, I believe, is about a 5.
Just from raw ball speed.
So for a lefty, David actually
Was it toasted?
favors a draw here, so I think he would normally like this hole quite a bit. He's been playing well recently. He's just been chipping and pitching pretty poorly. That wasn't as bad as his reaction. It just went dead straight. It just didn't draw around the corner. So this hole, I mean, to me, is a little easier for a righty. All right, so I faded around those palm trees that I had showed you, and now this is a pitching wedge. It's like 125 yards, so I'm trying to hit like less than a pitching wedge. I hit it really solid, and it went right over the flag, just a little left of the flag stick and right to the
That was pitching wedge. I should have hit my 50-degree. Good line. This is the line you wanted. If it would have curled towards the hole. It landed basically.
All right, if you guys see that subscribe button, and if it's red, that means that you're not subscribed, so click that subscribe button. I usually love putting from the fringe, and that normally would be lightning fast going down that hill, but not quite this morning. It's a little slower than normal out here. So David hit an awesome recovery shot for, I think, like a 5-iron or something to that point. So David will have that for birdie. This is me for par. Actually, just barely got that in. All right, so here's David for his birdie. Ran it way by. And so I'm still at even par. This is David. We'll need to make this to stay at 1 over. All right, so he lines it up. This slopes away from the camera towards that kind of dip and everything. Really good stroke there. All right, so David stays at 1 over. I'm even. We're going on to the par 3. This is a short par 3. This is a short golf course in general. Very old golf course. I mean, especially for California. This is over 100 years old, this golf course. So people have been playing here for a long time. Originally, it was a country club, and then I think it was sold to the city. All right, so that was a thin, very thin, but it turnout shot. It just landed just left of that bunker and scooted to the back fringe, and I like to putt from the fringe, so actually that worked out really well. Bobby Lopez has been looking at my swing recently, and one of the things that he wants me to work on is staying more level in the backswing, not raising up. Just showing me my swing between some pros, and I don't really have any good pros that are raising up in the backswing. David made a good pass that'll land right into the center of the green. Alright, so I got super lucky to land just left of that bunker, skidded through the green. There's one of the putting drills that I do a lot to keep the sensation of pushing with the right hand and out yanking with the left hand. So for birdie, love to putt from the fringe. Alright, fist pumping. So that is a par for David. A birdie for me. I go back to even. David stays at 1 over.
Come on.
And yeah, really like to putt from the fringe. Really like to putt in general. I've been really enjoying it recently. All right, so David is just gonna hit a 3-iron. He's just got this kind of driving 3-iron he has there. Hated that. And this is my driver. This is like 315 yards, par 4. And you can go after this one. Shoes-wise, I hated these shoes when I first bought them, but now I like to wear them, these Echoes spikeless shoes. So I didn't really like those white Nikes that I bought that much. So I've been liking wearing these. All right, so here's David's second shot. He's in the left rough. He's got about 104 yards.
Oh, beautiful, David.
Really great impact. Lands about the center of the green, I think. All right, so here is David's on the camera now, and this is me. I'm going to be pitching from about 35 yards or 40 yards. And that was actually really good action. As far as, like, if you guys saw that video I did with Tim Yelverton about knee pumping, that's the thing that's really helped my chipping a lot. Awesome chip from David, so David makes par to stay 1 over. This is my putt for birdie to go to 2 under. So that's about the spot I want to hit right there. I think it'll fade away from me towards the bottom of the hill, but actually this putt doesn't break too much. Just didn't give it the speed it needed. Basically, it was the line was perfect. It's just I couldn't believe how slow that was, because that should be a pretty quick putt, putting down to the ravine. To the left of me there, that's the dog park. So, which is kind of a landmark to know, because a lot of the shots will actually go to the dog park. All right, good shot down the middle of the fairway here. Driver was working pretty well this day. Didn't really hit any totally on the button, but all of the, except for that first drive that I hit, was totally on the button. The first drive of the day. But all my misses were like pretty good misses with the driver. I mean, they're all straight. I only missed by a little bit. This is a par 5, like 540 yards. A little bit uphill on the first shot, and then level on the second shot as you head towards Blair Field where the Dirtbags play,
Huge.
Long Beach State baseball
All
team.
right, there's David
See
over
those
there. Hit a
those
bomb.
stadium lights there in the
Here I
distance?
am.
So that's where I'm going to be aiming, because that's
Monster Hybrid.
the green. So there's my Monster Hybrid. I think it's a 16. I think it's a 16 degree Callaway XR hybrid that is extended 3/4 of an inch. I have to practice a little bit more with this club because I just don't. I always hit it in generally where I want to go, but it's never super solid. I would like to learn to hit that a lot more super solid because it can really help me on the par 5s. I mean, it's super useful, way more useful than a 3-wood. All right, so I hit it just short left of the green. Have like a 30-yard pitch shot. Here's David with his
Beauty.
Adams.
That'll be in a good
hybrid.
spot.
Hit a good shot.
Get
He'll be
up.
short right of the green.
Keep rolling.
And we're moving on. So
All right,
David just got that push cart that you guys saw there.
Not making an excuse, but I just want you guys.
All right, so you see my lie. You can't really see there, but it's not really grass that my ball is on. It's like crabgrass or something. So I'm a little nervous about impact here. And whenever you're nervous about your impact, you end up accelerating quite a bit. David's shooting a slow motion of this angle of the impact. Did pretty good, but like I said, when you're on kind of a poor lie, your instinct is to zip through it a little too hard, and that's what I did there.
And you end up hitting it too far.
But all in all, not bad. Here's David pitching from short of the green. So this has been his nemesis. His pitching has been horrible recently. So that was not great. The impact there, which is really what we're talking about with pitching and chipping, is the contact that you create is really what's important here. All right, here's a putt for birdie. So from 30 yards or 35 yards or whatever it was, not the best result. All right, but not horrible. So there is,
Like once it gets past the hole, it's
again, an example of being really slow. I'm going to mark this. Being really slow on putts that are usually pretty quick. All right, David made bogey. No, he was there in 2, so David made his par actually. And that's par for me as well. So I remain 1 under par. Moving on. So this is another short par 4 hole here. This is like 333, something like that. There's out of bounds on the left here, and it's kind of like it's a shortish course. That was not awesome. I went out to the right. You guys saw I hit that on the toe. It's kind of a shortest course, but especially when you're playing in tournaments or if you're really playing for like stroke play, every shot counts. It's a very claustrophobic back nine here, as you guys saw when I was following Andrew around in the Long Beach match play tournament, and he hit a couple shots out of bounds on this back nine because it pinches you in. There's basically out of bounds on like 4 holes, and then there's other areas that you can lose your ball that you just will not find it, like the bamboo on 17 I'm talking about. So I need to launch this straight up in the air. You guys can't really see, but there's that pine tree. So this is a 60-degree wedge from like 110 yards, and it's a back pin, so I cannot hit my 60-degree wedge 125 yards. So I really only hit that about 95 or something straight up in the air. So I'm just short of the green on the fringe. There's David. The motion looked pretty good there. David hit a pretty good shot. All right, so I have, the sun's coming out now, so I'm putting my hat on. All right, so I have actually, I counted it out, 72 feet all the way to that back pin location. If you guys have heard, so I changed something about my lag putting. It becomes so much better. I got a lot more free in my wrists on the lag putts, kind of letting my wrists kind of hinge and unhinge freely, and it makes me judge my distance so much better. All right, so I hit that to a foot, and I made it. So I remain 1 under par. And here's David putting for his birdie. Not sure what David's at now. I think David's still 1 over. David misses that and remains 1 over. Let's go on to the par 3. up the hill. 140 yards. Quite a bit uphill. I'm in the lead by 2 strokes right now. David hit a good shot onto the green. Not sure what, I think that was a 9-iron. So you want, which is what I have as well. So I want to hit a little bit less than a normal 9-iron here. The pin is on the front and it's to the left. So my alignment is a little closed there, something I need to work on. See a little hitch too? I've been doing that from 8-iron, 9-iron wedges. I've been doing that little hitch where the hands go out and the club lays off in transition. It's something that I need to just have the hands stay where they are and the club kind of just stay where it is, really. I don't need that little hitch. It's just unnecessary. All right, so short game wise, I've really been working on my pitching and chipping a lot. Really the only part of my game I've been working on recently. Impact there was awesome. I just didn't judge how much the lie was going to muffle the hit. So I came up, I have about an 8-foot putt for par. I'm 1 under par at the moment. And David is on the green putting. He's actually just short of the green, chipping for his birdie. So he'll come up, and that's a little further than it looks. I think that's about a 5-footer for David. All right, so this is me for par. Really love to putt. Like I said, guys, click the subscribe button. And also, I've been doing a lot more live broadcasts, so click that little bell if you're already subscribed. For par. That was great. That was really, the tempo of that putt was awesome. I really like that. All right, so I remain 1 under, yapping about something. And here is David putting for his par and to remain 2 shots back. Just a little short. All right, so David moves to 2 over. I'm 1 under. Going to the par 5. So like I said, it's very constricted here on the back 9 at Rec Park because all the different out of bounds. And then here, there's bamboo that protects the 11th tee box on the left side that you really don't want to go near. I hit a fade down the left-hand side that faded to the middle of the fairway, so that was really good. So in good control of my driver.
The middle, eventually. It was a big looping cut. Like
at the moment, yeah, just a little ghetto pro tracer right to the middle. Here's David. Just got this driver. And David hit it, I think, just up the... Oh, he hit it actually into the other fairway almost. So our fairway is to the left, so David is going to try to punch one under the trees and kind of get it scampering into like the 40-yard or 50-yard range or so. And he did it. I mean, he hit a great shot. That is probably the best hybrid that's ever been made. That Adams idea prototype, which is the same hybrid that I have still. So I have my Monster hybrid, which is like my 3-wood replacement, and then my regular hybrid. All right, so this is a 5-iron, second shot in this par 5. I've got like 195. Hit it really solid and low. Just hit it so low that it didn't have the hang time that I wanted, and I will fix that divot. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to give the hands a head start and not let the shoulder spin open. Okay, so here's David pitching from 60 yards or so. That's his golf fitness warm-up thing, and that was not what he wanted. Fat there. And actually Tim Yelverton, who did the Be Better Golf short game scoring system, he teaches a bunch of guys on the PGA Tour short game stuff. He's going to do an analysis of that for the channel coming up soon, of David's fat shots, because it's kind of like an epidemic for him. So this is, you guys can see the difference in before and after. How my impact is so much better pitching and chipping now than it was before, and really have Tim the credit for that. You guys can get it too. Just click the link in the description and get on the Be Better Golf short game scoring system. Really recommend it. All right, so that is a bogey for David. All right, so this is my putt for birdie. Really trying to take my time to line this up. That putt actually slopes away from the camera towards the camera quite a bit. I usually try to park the the cart that I have this is my cell phone that's recording this. Try to park the cart on the lower side so that we can see more of the break and more of the hole. So I'm really trying to, alignment wise, feel like my body is totally lined up and then get this face in. That was really good. All right, so birdie on the par 5 there moves us to the somewhat difficult 440-yard par 4 18th hole, our final hole of our match. You can see how in transition I'm really trying to let out the arms and then add everything else. Good drive, just dead straight.
You're fine. You're
Not totally like I missed the center of the face a little bit. It just didn't go super far, but it went really straight, which was a bonus for this day. I was doing real well with that. David hit a huge drive.
I got 140.
All right, so I'm 2 under. I think David's
up the hill.
3 over something.
I'm gonna hit
at this
my
point.
140 club. But
I'm just talking to the camera, thinking about how I want to hit this shot. I forget what I was saying, but I have a 9-iron in my hand. 9-iron or a pitching wedge? No, 9-iron in my hand. The pin is over to the right. There's 2 bunkers that are just short of the screen on that hill. It's uphill. The pin is over to the right. My alignment actually is not too bad this time. But you could see that was, I don't really use the term over the top because I don't really think it describes what's going on, but that was out of sequence.
All right, so you guys tell me in the comments, was that alignment or was that sequence? Those are the 2 different things that can yank the hell out of it.
Which normally on this hole is just a dead zone that you do not want to go at all. But I actually, now that my short game is a lot better, or anyway, confidence level of short game is a lot better. Actually, I'm looking forward to it. If I miss a green, I mean, I'm not jumping for joy, but it is kind of a challenge. It's kind of exciting to get into. All right, so David hit it just short of the green, in line with the flag. He's in a much better spot. So that lie that I have is kind of difficult. This is a very hard shot. The green slopes away from me, and also from left to right quite a bit, and the lie is not the best either. So I need to put a little bit of V into this swing bottom here, up and down, and more of a V rather than a U, and just work my motion. And I hit that really nice. Really nice. Landed it right where I wanted to. Actually got a little bit of grooves on the ball, and it slowed up a little bit, and I'm inside of 2 feet, and David was really impressed by that.
The Be Better Golf Short Game scoring system. I'm telling you, this stuff works.
That was awesome. All right, so that's my ball, the closer one, so I'm just going to tap this in. And, well, or make it. Nothing's really a tap in on this green.
Solid. It's about the easiest 2 under I've ever shot. All because of short game. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I've been telling people recently to hit the bell, the notification bell, because I'm doing a lot more live broadcasts from some of these tournaments around here, and also some Q&A broadcasts with some of the teachers that I'm with out here. Yeah, and I really can't recommend enough. The Be Better Golf Short Game scoring system has really changed my life. Golf-wise, the time that I've spent talking over the last couple of months with Tim about the short game and really working with him 2 weekends ago really hard on making that video series. It's over 3.5 hours of short game instruction of really how to have a system and do it. All right, talk to you guys later. Oh yeah, the link is in the description. It's actually right here in one of these windows. Later, bye.